Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to go over some information about the Shiba Inu, Zion Oil and Gas, and we're going to talk about Jerome Powell and the Fed meeting today and what my plans are for this projected highly volatile Wednesday in the stock market. So before we get into it, just to reiterate, not a financial advisor, make sure that you do your own research. Also, if you find value in our videos, make sure that you smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content, and hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. So let's get into it. First of all, we're going to talk about SHIB. And those of you who have been rocking with the channel for over the past year, we've been holding SHIB. I bought my first buy was in 2021 of May and started kind of accumulating. And the plan was every month to either every 2 to 4 weeks, just continue to accumulate. I would grab $1 million, $2 million, depending on the price. And recently with this dip, I actually bought about 3 months worth of what I usually put in X amount of dollars per month, and I saw this price, so I actually just went ahead and threw about 3 months worth of SHIB buying money out of the budget into SHIB to accumulate a larger amount of what I already had. So it's finding support, strong support here where it's at currently. That is a good sign for us moving forward. So if you look at the chart here, we have hit this level before, and we typically always do pop up from this spot here. So it'd be nice to see if we can start another bull run and continue to form this cup and handle. If we're going to form this cup and handle, I would say sometime over the summer we should see a nice spike to the upside. We got to get here in order to kind of make it come to fruition, though. We have to get all the way to 4 zeros and 8 around that level, and then we should see a pullback from there, probably all the way to down here at these levels here to like 5, 8, or 6, and then hopefully we can start moving forward from there. A lot of burning action from the burn portal. I think they've burned over 20 billion Shiba coins, and that's a good thing. We just need people coming in and buying. We need to have I guess a bigger catalyst where we have a lot of buying pressure, a lot of momentum, because the more coins that are burned, then the less you have circulating, around in the supply chain, to where you when you get a lot of people buying in, a lot of volume, that price is going to go up, and it's going to go up pretty fast. Okay, so we're going to come down here and look at just the recent articles that are released, and it talks about Dogecoin and Shiba suffer week in the red as investors flee meme coins. Okay, and so they kind of have a bearish article here. However, this article here is bullish because it says luxury fitness firm Equinox Group now accepts Shiba Inu at its New York City fitness club. So you're seeing more and more people accept cryptocurrency, in particular Shiba Inu. Okay, and there was actually an article, or not an article, a poll that came out. If you're not familiar with runguys.com, they did a poll on and they have really a lot of followers. A lot of people follow these guys. What's the most held cryptocurrency you have? And Shiba Inu beat everybody out. I think they had like 53 or 54% of the people were holding on to SHIB. So I'm still bullish on this crypto here. I do own a large amount. If for some reason it would go lower than this, then I would for sure come back in and load more, but it is finding some good support at these levels here, which is what I like to see. So we'll have to kind of keep an eye on if we can make another big spike over the summer and finish out that cup and handle pattern that looks to be forming on the longer term chart. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and talk about Zion Oil and Gas really quickly. I want to show you how to sign up for the annual shareholder meeting if you want to either attend in person or if you want to watch the webinar. Okay, I signed up for the webinar because I am not going to be in Dallas. If I was free that day, I probably would go. That'd be kind of neat, but I can't. Okay, for those of you who know, I've already said I'll be in the middle of a camp that day, so I probably won't be able to actually watch this live. So I'm going to be recording this shareholder meeting, and then I'll be breaking it down, and I'll do a review of the annual shareholder meeting like I did last year. For those of you who watched the channel, you remember I did a full recap of the meeting, kind of summed it up for you, made it a lot shorter video to watch. I broke it down to about 10 minutes. So that's what I'll do this year. So this link will be in the description below if you haven't signed up yet. And all you have to do is click on this button here, and you're going to fill out some information. They're going to ask your name, your address, your phone number, your email, and they're going to also ask you how you've invested in Zion Oil and Gas. They'll ask you if you are investing directly through the company, or if you have some type of brokerage account where you invest, and you just tell them which account that you have. You don't have to give your account number or anything like that. And then from there, they'll approve you to attend. Okay, so they'll send you a follow-up email letting you know that, hey, you've been approved to to attend the meeting. And they'll also ask you if you're going to be either online or in person. All right, and so basically, to kind of let you know how these things go, is they're going to get up there, they're going to talk about the proxy votes, they're going to talk about they're going to give people probably an additional 5 to 10 minutes to actually cast their votes on what they're voting for, and then they'll say this is passed, this is not passed. Then from there, they'll most likely have one of the board members get up and give you an operational update or some type of update on what's going on with the company. Like I've said several times in the past week, highly expect that we don't hear anything until the annual shareholder meeting as far as any type of news. If we do and it's positive, then this thing's going to go a lot higher, a lot quicker. Okay, but until then, we could just slowly keep trickling up, which is still good as well, kind of the calm before the storm type deal. So let's go ahead and take a look at the action that it's had over the past month, really, and we'll kind of go from there. All right, guys, taking a look at Zion Oil and Gas, ticker symbol ZNOG. Ever since we hit that low of about 10 cents here back at the beginning of April, we've been slowly but surely trickling up, and you have your occasional spike of these large candles that come up. We hit almost 25 cents here, fell down on the pullback, and now we're kind of trickling our way up here. Again, I want to remind you that we have that cup and handle that looks like it's slowly trying to come to fruition here, and we got to, in my opinion, hit a minimum of 30 to 32 cents in order for us to really have this thing fully form out. It'd be nice if we can get to 35. Okay, if we hit 35, let's say even if we get rejected here and we fall down and we use 30 cents as support, even 25 cents as support, that longer term cup and handle looks like it's going to be setting up quite nice for us. Currently right now, we are still overvalued, or right at the cusp of being overvalued on the 4-hour time frame. Volume is still slowly picking up, nothing like we've seen here, but it is, it's a lot better than what we've seen where there's little to no volume. We still got people coming in and buying in, and so that's a good sign. We're trading above the red SMA line, and we are you really don't have to worry unless we get all the way down to about 15 cents as far as are we going to reverse and go into an overall bearish pattern, because right now we're changing over into a bullish pattern at this point, because we switched over into that red SMA line. So as long as we stay above that, it's a great sign for us moving forward. And on the MACD as well, we're still in green, we're not in red. One thing here to keep in mind though, the RSI, typically when you get to that overvalued status, you're gonna fall down eventually and get to fair value or undervalued, even if it's just temporary. Okay, so what we'd like to see is if we can push above 25 cents and get, like, let's say we get to 25, almost 30 cents, and then we have the pullback. Okay, we don't want to come out tomorrow, today or tomorrow, and just fall down, right? We want to see it slowly but surely keep trickling up. All right, keep on spreading the awareness of the stock, keep on having more and more people come in, and keep moving higher until at least we get to about 30 cents. And if we have a pullback, that's okay, because it's a normal thing, right? Stocks just don't go up forever, and then we'll recover and keep moving higher. Okay, so still looking good, watching it close, and yeah, so we'll just kind of go from there. So today we have the Fed meeting. Jerome Powell's coming out, and it's expected that he's going to announce 50 basis points for the rate hike, and that's what everyone's expecting. Everyone's expecting the markets are going to move higher off of that news beforehand. Okay, TQQQ is one that we talked about last week, one that we talked about this week, and I think this thing is going to be the way to go on the news of the 50 basis point rate hike. I'm not getting in until I hear that confirmation, because if for some reason he comes out and says something more, let's say he comes out and says 75, the whole purpose of the rate hikes is to kind of help out with inflation for the longevity, like for the rest of the year. But they're not going to do it all at once, so they're kind of going in increments to get at a certain number. And but if for some reason he comes out and says 75 instead of 50, what's going to happen? You're going to see the markets pull down, I think, kind of aggressive, because people just weren't expecting it. Okay, and even if he says 50, I think prior to the meeting, I think that we see a dip in TQQQ, and we hit this bottom again here close to 35 bucks. All right, which is what I'm looking at, and I want, because if it does come down here, even if it doesn't come down here, if it just kind of hangs around where it's at, as soon as he gives confirmation that that's what they're doing, I'm going to watch the markets, make sure that everything is, we're not seeing like some type of continued crash, and then I'll probably enter in on TQQQ. But I want to get confirmation here, because the markets are very volatile right now, very shaky. So I'm watching TQQQ, and we're also going to be watching Tesla as well. But TQQQ is going to be the majority of where the funds go for the swing play. Tesla, to me, is still more a little risky than TQQQ, because Tesla's one stock, right? One company that can continue to come down lower before it recovers. TQQQ is an ETF that tracks a variety of, like basically a whole index that can shoot up whenever the markets are doing well. So I think today has the potential to push the market higher off of that news. It also has the potential to move it down further off of the news. So that's why on those particular stocks here that I'm looking to swing, I'm not entering in until I get confirmation, being very, very cautious here. So anyway, guys, I wanted to provide you that update. Let me know your comments below. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.